Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to my world. Hope you guys are all doing well. I am currently recording this on Wednesday, December 11th. So, hopefully I can get this up in the next couple days. I'm actually going to go see the Daft Punk movie tomorrow, which I'm pretty hyped about. I don't know if any of you guys like Daft Punk, but I'm a big fan, so really looking forward to that. But yeah, anyways, I guess I'll start off the episode by saying there's a new update in the game already. It's pretty cool. We got some new blocks. Um, when was it? When did they first start talking about it? I think, what was it, a Minecraft Live thing? It was only a couple months ago. It was expected. We knew we were going to get an update, but yeah, it's kind of cool that it came out this soon. I kind of like that they're calling them drops now instead of updates. And they're going to be released every couple months, I believe, which is, it's nice. We have something to look forward to. As you can see, I went out and explored in my world. I'm sorry if you don't like this, but I use chunk base to find the biome. Um, I don't consider it cheating. If Etho can do it, I think I can get away with doing it. Okay. So yeah, I use chunk base. Sorry if you don't like that. And yeah, I guess we can actually talk about what blocks we got. I really like the wood. The white wood, I guess, or white planks. The wood is more like gray. Um, Man, I've been looking forward to a white shade of wood for years. I don't know if you guys remember the game Survival Craft. I think it was only an iOS game. It might have been, I don't know if it was on like PC or it was definitely not on a console, but there was this game called Survival Craft. And in the game, it was pretty much just a Minecraft ripoff, by the way. But in the game, you were able to dye wood. So you could have any color of wood you want, at least in the 16 dye colors, right? And oh man, I remember using the white dyed planks all the time. I don't know why I played Survival Craft over Minecraft. I mean, obviously I played Minecraft, but I think I switched over for like a couple months, like when I was really young, just because I liked how the game looked. But other than the wood, we have the resin and the resin bricks, which I'm not too big of a fan. I'll just say that. I don't think that's a hot take or anything. It's kind of a tough block to work with. It's very vibrant, which is nice, but since I'm building a city, it's kind of, I mean, the texture isn't that easy to work with either. Maybe I'll find a use for it, but right now I see the block and I don't think of any possible ways I could use it. Last but not least, though, we have the pale moss and also the pale moss carpets, but I'll just focus on the pale moss blocks. It's great. It's a great texture. It's a great color. As you can see, I'm already using it in this build, which I'll talk about in a second. I'm building a building in the background. I think the last thing that I have to talk about with the update is the actual creaking mob. I think it's fun. It's a cool concept that to kind of stay safe, you just look at it. I don't really know how harmful it is because I was wearing really good armor. It did hit me a couple times, but it wasn't that damaging. I'm sure if you were starting out a new Minecraft world and you found a pale garden and you wandered in at nighttime, you'd have a tough time. You'd probably die a couple times, but I think that's the fun of it. So yeah, it's a nice mob, cool concept. We can move on now to what you're seeing now is the bee farm building. I built the bee farm a long time ago. I built that a while back, but I never built a structure around it. I think I've been putting it off for a long time because I just didn't have any ideas on what I wanted to do. But I finally cooked up something in my testing world, and yeah, it's different. I wanted to go with something older. All the skyscrapers I already have are very modern. So I wanted something a little bit more unique. And this building isn't going to be very tall. It's going to be a shorter building, but I think I need some more shorter buildings in my city for some variation because I was watching this video. I'll try to remember the name of the channel. I might put like a screenshot of the video, but it was this guy talking about how he makes cities in Minecraft. And he said that not every building can be a landmark. And that kind of stuck with me. Every time I try to come up with a new skyscraper design, I want it to be very impressive. I want to stick out. And I realized that you can't just fill a city with landmarks. There has to be buildings that just kind of blend in. You don't really notice them. Because if every building is a landmark, then no buildings are landmarks, if that makes sense. Like, nothing will stick out. And right now, I think the landmark in my city is the Mob Tower building, which is, you know, the big one with the white concrete and stone bricks. That's probably the biggest landmark. But yeah, I think from now on, I'm just going to kind of work on buildings that are not as big of a deal. I mean, I'm not saying I won't put effort into them, but I'm just saying they won't make as big of an impact on the skyline. But yeah, I have more to say about the city, but I don't want to get too off topic. I still have some things to say about the bee farm building. I don't know if I'm going to call it something else, by the way. Just for now, I'm calling it that. But I also use, along with the pale moss, I use diorite, of course, and gray glass. I think that's a good combo. It's a good, you know, color palette. You can't go wrong with white and gray. It always works. I mean, the whole city is white and gray. I need to find some more color palettes because it is kind of boring, but that's just what I find easy to me. I guess I need to go outside of my comfort zone. But I do, there's a subtle piece of color in the building. I wanted there to be like a hint that there was a bee farm on the inside, so I put a honey block above the door just as like a little thing. But that's it so far. I didn't finish the roof. I think that's the last thing I have to do with the building. I got the back walls done off camera, but that's it. That's that building done. We can actually talk about the main project of the video now, which I think is the title. I think it's called City Project Phase 2. I think that's what I'm going to call this video, because that is what we are entering. Phase 2 of the city. I redesigned the whole street grid of the city. You can see, maybe I have an old picture and I'll compare it to a new one. I spent hours, guys, hours and hours and hours finishing the actual land of the city. You can see in the back, it's completely finished. The actual, like, city, like the island I'm talking about is done. I'm not going to expand it anymore, at least. You never know. I might change my mind in the future, but for now, it is done. This is the actual shape of the island that the city sits on. And since I got that done, I was like, I need to redesign the grid. When I originally designed the city, I made the grid way too small. In real life, you don't see cities where it's just one building completely surrounded by streets. It doesn't make sense. You have a grid, and then there's like, you know, obviously a bunch of buildings in each block. But that explains why there is like buildings beside the Empire State Building. It's not just streets completely surrounding like the Chrysler Building, the Empire State Building. So I wanted my city to be more like that. I wanted to make blocks that are larger in size, so I did just that. I redesigned everything. I pretty much made everything grander in scale so that I can fit, you know, more buildings per block. It'll actually start to make sense once you see what the bee farm building looks like from above, because it's just a corner of that block. I think I can fit about maybe 4 or 5 more buildings just between those roads. And then I think that will start to help it feel more like a city. I should say the roads aren't done yet. I just gotta grind some more stone. I'm like out of stone, I think, or at least I'm running low. So I gotta get some more to finish the actual rest of the roads and also the sidewalks, but that's what I did. It took a long time. I don't know if I showed it yet, but I drew up a plan. Before I did anything, I had to draw up what I wanted to do, so I hopped in Microsoft Paint and I sketched this up. It's very rough, but it gave me what I needed to visualize so I could copy that into my world. And that's pretty much all I have to say about phase 2 of the city. Now all I have to do is come up with building designs and just build them. And also, put the farms inside. Because if you don't already know, every building in my city has to be dedicated to a farm. Okay. I don't know how far we are into the episode, but we're going to kind of switch gears and talk about stuff that really isn't related to Minecraft. I said this last episode, actually. I want to do my 2024 rewind. I think it's a pretty good time to do that since we're nearing the end of the year. And I'll start off by saying we hit 750 subs. Thank you, guys. It's pretty sick. I have a bunch of stats in front of me going over some interesting things I found about what my channel has gone through in the past 365 days. I posted 18 videos so far. I think this is going to be the 19th. Hopefully I can get one more after this. I'm planning on it being a cornerstone episode. So 20 videos in 2024 doesn't sound like a lot, but I've had a bunch of problems this year that I faced, and I think it could have been a lot worse. I'll just put it like that. Next up, though, the channel gained 49,600 views. I think by now, I recorded these stats a couple of days ago, so it might be up to 50,000 now, which is pretty awesome. We gained 254 subscribers. That is actually pretty cool. We went from like 500 to 750. That's my best year ever. That is pretty cool. Next up, 881.5 watch time hours. By the way, I don't know if this is interesting to you guys. I like doing this for myself, but that's pretty good. I think it's like 4,000 watch hours to get monetized, so yeah, when it comes to watch hours, it just comes down to views. Like if you have a video with 100,000 views, which by the way is like 50% chance and 50% skill. If you do have a video that is that successful, you pretty much get the watch hours out of the way. And you probably also pass the subscriber mark that is required. So pretty much my goal in 2025 is to have a banger video like that. I think that's a good goal to have. All right, next thing I think is a little bit cooler than watch hours. The channel made 1.1 million impressions in the year of 2024. 1.1 million. And I know they're not views, so they don't mean as much. It's kind of just like the algorithm, but man, 1.1 million people, even though it wasn't up to them, they were able to witness one of my videos in the recommended or whatever. And I think that's pretty cool. That's all I have for the counting stats, as I like to call them. I have some other things right here. And, okay, this is, I hate when YouTubers mention this in their videos. I hate when they're like, only 75%, or no, what do they say? They're like, only 10% of you guys are subscribed. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you guys can see more of my videos. You know what I'm saying? I checked it. I actually checked the stat, and 89% of my viewers are not subscribed. So, I mean, it's probably because of that, those two videos, the liminal space videos, where the majority of people just watch it, and I don't blame them. I feel like it's a cheap tactic to get people to subscribe. But anyways, next thing, 92% of my audience is male. All right, I don't know how to change this. I don't know if it's even a problem. I'd like a couple more girls to watch my videos, I guess, but I can't do anything about that. I'm making Minecraft videos. Let's not forget that. I'm making Minecraft Let's Play videos. So, that probably affects it. But that's it. That's all the stats I have. I guess I could say I'm currently sitting at like 755 subscribers right now. So that's like the last thing I have written down. But that's it. That's all the stats. That's my 2024 YouTube Rewind. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it's different than what you might be used to. I started this style of video last episode. It's kind of strange doing a voiceover for the whole thing, but I think it's kind of nice. I hope you guys like it. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't subscribe already, make sure to do that. It's always appreciated. And also like the video. Why not? Just drop a like. Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.